This week's episode of Monday's Muse is a follow-up to last week's discussion of Black Lives Matter. My name is Rachel Keefe, and this week I'm going to continue to talk about racism. Because last week's episode was the most popular to date. It had the most comments, the most likes, the most dislikes, and even a few comments that I had to delete because they were pretty ugly. Clearly, this is a topic that people are passionate about. We have strong feelings about race and racism. Some want to say that racism doesn't exist and race doesn't matter. Race matters because racism does exist. And I don't understand why more people don't recognize it. Racism in this country is systemic, it is pervasive, and it is often implicit, biased, that says white is good and black is bad. If you're interested in finding out more about implicit bias, check out the link in the description to Harvard's implicit bias test. There were some comments on last week's episode that I wasn't sure about. Someone said that the Black Lives Matter activists were also racist because they were trying to reach everyone equally. And in doing that is like saying feminism supports both men's and women's rights. I didn't understand what he meant because feminism does support both men's and women's rights. In the days before the feminist movement, women had to be at home. They were obligated to make babies, cook and clean, and perhaps volunteer somewhere if they had time. Funny thing is that men were just as obligated to make those babies, to have a job that supported their families. They weren't free to pursue arts or anything creative or anything that would earn them insufficient money to support a family. The expectation that people would get married and live happily ever after. Post-feminism, there are more options both for women and for men. Gender roles are not so clearly defined. It's not perfect, but there is a whole lot more freedom. Martin Luther King Jr. was onto something when he said that until all are free, none are free. That was true with the feminist movement, and it is true with racism. It is not up to white people to determine when, where, and how people of color demand justice. It is up to us, however, to stand with them, to see that the racism in this country comes to an end, to use our privilege to make sure that all enjoy the freedom of living in this country. The days of racism in our education system, in our judicial system, and our economic distribution must come to an end. And it is up to people of privilege to stand with those who demand justice. Please share your comments below. Anything that is ugly or uses words you wouldn't use with your grandmother will be deleted. So like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next week.